San Francisco city officials promising to hold those accountable after 49ers first-round draft pick Ricky Pearsall is shot while fighting off an attempted robber.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about rookie NFL receiver Ricky Pearsall getting shot in his chest during a robbery in San Francisco. Now, before we get to the video, I just want to back up a little bit. Now, the entire Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, is dangerous. You really couldn't pay me any dollar amount to go to these places because I don't want to get deleted. I don't want to step in human waste. I'm not trying to get poked by a needle. I'm not trying to do what these crazy people on the streets who should be in some kind of institution, some kind of home, some kind of mental health treatment, drug rehab or something. But rather than being in those places, just pretty much out on the street, allowed to roam around and do whatever they want to do. A lawless place this area of the country is. I couldn't do it. Look, I don't care if I'm a tech bro or whatever. It's just too much for me to even really be around, let alone have to actually interact with. And unfortunately, this young man, a rookie, first round draft pick, 31st pick in the draft, first round draft pick, learned the hard way. He's signing autographs, being involved with the community, all this, that, and the third. He goes down to, I guess it's called Union Square or something. He goes down that way, and then boom, 3:30 p.m., afternoon, broad daylight, he gets robbed at gunpoint by a 17-year-old from Tracy, California. Now, before I go any further and get any more triggered, let's get into the actual news clip. Of course, I will place this in the box if you want to see it and hear it there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
San Francisco city officials promising to hold those accountable after 49ers first-round draft pick Ricky Pearsall is shot while fighting off an attempted robber.
This is a setback, but we will continue to push forward to make sure that we minimize these types of events in our city.
Officials say 49ers wide receiver Ricky Pearsall is being treated for his wounds tonight at San Francisco General Hospital. Good evening. I'm Christina Rendon.
Now, before she goes any further, he was very lucky, according to his mom. He got hit in the chest. The bullet came out of his back, and it didn't hit any vital organs. Man, that could have hit his spine. It could have hit his heart, lungs, liver. It could have hit anything, and he'd be in a really, really bad situation. So shout out to him for God being on his side on that day.
Police say that this shooting happened around 3:30 this afternoon near Geary and Hyde, not far from Union Square. Officers tell us Pearsall was walking outside when he was confronted by a 17-year-old armed with a gun. A struggle ensued, shots were fired, and soon both Pearsall and the suspected gunman were taken to the hospital. KTVU's Zach Sauce live outside SF General tonight with the latest on Pearsall's condition. Zach.
Now, look, what you don't want to do during the robbery is fight. Try to fight the robber. Just go ahead and give it up. You got caught slipping, go ahead and give it up. Now, I don't know if he was fighting. That's what it kind of sounds like that he was fighting. Don't do that. Go ahead and give it up because whatever you have on you is not worth your life.
And as you mentioned at this hour, Ricky Pearsall still being treated here at San Francisco General. Earlier, the mayor, the San Francisco DA, the police chief, all addressing the media. This after Pearsall was first almost robbed and then shot right by Union Square in the middle of a holiday weekend. A warning, the video you're about to see is graphic.
5 shot I had. Bam, 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 bam.
Cell phone video capturing a bloodied Ricky Pearsall moments after San Francisco police say the 49ers player was shot in the chest during an attempted robbery near Union Square. A man who asked not to appear on camera standing nearby.
Within a second, the police they came in, and then the guy that got shot, he crossed on the other side. He was shot on the left-hand side.
The 23-year-old receiver who was drafted in the first round by the 49ers this year was rushed to Zuckerberg San Francisco General.
Thankfully, Mr. Pearsall is in stable condition.
Police say Pearsall was in front of 777 Geary Street near Grant Avenue when a 17-year-old suspect from Tracy approached him just after 3 in the afternoon.
Now, look, again, right in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, middle of the daytime, broad daylight, San Francisco, out in the street, you get almost deleted right there by a 17-year-old trying to rob you. You can't have this happen in a civilized place. And what are you really saying to the teams that have any presence there to the 49ers. What are you saying to them as an organization? Okay, we're going to draft somebody, a young man who has a whole life ahead of him, and he might get deleted right here because we brought him here and you guys cannot keep our city safe. What are you saying to the team? I wouldn't want to go there if I'm going to play in the NFL. Don't send me to San Francisco. Send me anywhere else. Don't send me to San Fran.
Struggle between Mr. Pearsall and the suspect ensued. Gunfire from the suspect's gun struck both Mr. Pearsall and the subject.
The suspect.
And you know what's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to wind up just leaving San Fran the same way the Oakland Raiders went to Vegas. It's going to be the same thing with the 49ers if they don't keep on. If they don't fix this, they'll just leave. The Golden State Warriors, they might leave as well. I think they haven't left yet. And they used to play in Oakland, by the way, the Golden State Warriors. Now they play in San Fran because of the crime problem. So if the crime continues in San Fran to get as bad as it is in Oakland, which it's pretty much right there, then all these teams, all these businesses will leave as well. Plus you got high taxes and things of this nature. Companies that are based here will find somewhere else to call home.
Was also taken to the hospital and is now in police custody.
This kind of violence is simply unacceptable in our city, and we will do everything in our power to work with District Attorney Brooke Jenkins to ensure that justice is served in this matter.
There will be accountability for those who commit these.
So this is Brooke Jenkins, the San Fran DA, and you saw right here, that is the mayor of San Fran, London Breed. Okay, that is her. That's a pretty interesting look right there. Pretty menacing, I suppose. Let's keep on going.
Accountability for those who commit these types of acts in San Francisco.
Back at the site of the shooting, police spending hours collecting evidence. Those who witnessed the shooting shaken.
Very scary. Yeah, it's scary. Anything can happen in the blink of an eye.
Chief Bill Scott crediting his officers' quick response with the department's decision to beef up police presence in the area over the last few years, a presence police plan to add to.
Usually when things like this happen, people get anxiety, and we want to make sure that the public knows that we're there for them. So we will increase that deployment. And we were going to do that during the holiday season anyway.
And again, one person in custody right now, a 17-year-old, because they're a juvenile, their name being withheld. The DA says she plans to make a decision on charges by sometime early next week. Again, Pearsall right now in serious but stable condition. Christina?
Zach Sauce reporting live for us tonight in San Francisco. Zach, thank you for that report. San Francisco Mayor London Breed also speaking out tonight, saying it is very rare for something like this to happen.
Oh, come on. Trying to downplay it. Listen, everybody knows in the country, Miss London Breed, that San Fran, Oakland, Bay Area is dangerous. I did a video a while back talking about the food critic, Keith Lee. You guys remember that? Where he went to Oakland specifically and said that this place is not built for tourists right now. People are just barely able to scrape by, living hand to mouth. It's very dangerous, not welcoming, not inviting. And that same energy is also in San Fran, just not as bad because there's more money in the city than there is in Oakland.
Union Square following an increase in officer deployment.
This incident, we are glad that the victim will be okay. But this incident does set us back from all the hard work that we've done in order to make significant changes in public safety in San Francisco.
Can you still smoke crack and shoot heroin on the streets and doodle on the ground? Is that still permitted in San Fran? And if it is, then I don't know what kind of advances you've made in trying to make things safer, because when you have that kind of environment where you can just do whatever you want to do, that is how you embolden criminals to do whatever they want to do. If you see somebody on the ground just using the street as everything, their living room, dining room, bathroom, kitchen, and they cooking all kind of, they in there cooking hamburgers and crack right there on the same pot. Okay, if people see that going on, then in their mind, we're in a lawless place. So I'll be lawless too at 3:30 p.m. in the middle of the daytime in a big city. I'm going to almost delete an NFL player right there to get probably $100 at most. Because I live in a lawless place, I can do whatever I want to do in a lawless place. That's the mentality these young guys have. And then when you don't really punish them, okay, a guy gets caught stealing from a store, he stole a TV, something like this. There's no punishment at all. I can do that every day. The message you're sending is do whatever you want to do because we're lawless. So you can't say oh, we're trying to make things better. If that's the case, I can't tell.
San Francisco.
She said she hopes the work of officers lets people know that if they come to the city to commit crimes, they will be arrested. Fellow 49ers reacted to today's shooting, and while he didn't explicitly mention Pearsall, receiver Deebo Samuel took to X, writing, quote, "He is good. Thank God." San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins says her office is working to formally charge that 17-year-old suspect from Tracy. She says she'll announce the charges next week, either on Tuesday or Wednesday, and the charges again will be filed in juvenile court because the suspect is a minor.
That's funny right there, because listen, I'm gonna just add this last piece, and that'll kind of bring it on home for you. Now, he'll be charged as a juvenile or in juvenile court. Now, hopefully he gets charged as an adult. 17 years old, and you got a pistol and you shooting people, yeah, you should probably go to the adult prison at this point. That shouldn't be a juvenile crime. And I know the way it is in Virginia, at age 14, you can be tried as an adult in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Now, California, I don't know how it goes. You got soft DAs, soft everybody out there when it comes to actual punishment for criminals. So you might just get hit with a juvenile charge and be out in a very short period of time. And if that happens, that underlines the whole point as I close. There is lawlessness in California. There is lawlessness in a place like San Francisco, Oakland, Los Angeles. They don't really care. Do whatever you want to do. You want to delete people. You want to smoke crack. You want to shoot heroin. You want to sell drugs. It's fine. It's whatever. Do whatever you want to do. Now, some are going to say, hey, that's freedom, ABL, but what's free about infringing upon the rights of others? What's free about damaging society and creating a lawless environment that targets innocent people? You're an NFL player trying to get back to the community, and what do you get for that? You almost get deleted right there in the street for $100, maybe a watch in your wrist, maybe a cell phone, because the message to the locals is, do whatever you want to do in this lawless place. It's crazy, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on this NFL player almost being deleted right there in the street in San Fran? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. You have to change the environment in this place so these things can be prevented. Now, am I going to say that you're able to stop all crime from happening? No, I can't say that. That'd be ridiculous. But what you can do is some prevention. You can do some prevention to prevent, like you got to do something to slow this stuff down. You can't just let it happen, because it's going to be more and more and more of it. And when you just let stuff go on, you almost kind of incentivize it. Hey, come into San Francisco, do what you want to do, because you won't get punished. You won't get locked up. And if you do get locked up, it'd be a slap on the wrist at best. Take that penitentiary chance. If you lose, it's not that bad of a penalty. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.